Alright, what's going on, guys? Connor and Shane. Back today, I'm going to be talking about a brand new protocol that actually just launched a few days ago. And before I get into it, please understand this is not a buy signal right now, because in my opinion, there's actually a lot of downside for this project to come because of how it launched. Over the next maybe a few weeks to even a month, I would not be surprised to see this just trickle down before it bottoms out and then actually decides to pump. Keep this in mind before I even start talking about this, alright? So, this is a brand new project, like I said. I actually don't even know if it's on CoinGecko. Oh, it is. Alright, so the project here that I'm bringing up today is Project Shutter, okay? This is a very interesting project in a sense that the use case for this, in my opinion, is actually a multi-billion dollar use case. So we're gonna pull up the chart here. So Shutter, the ticker is SHU, SHU. So this kind of looks crazy. So yeah, the circulating, it seems like it's very small at the moment, which is another reason why I would not be surprised to see a lot of downside in the short term, even over the next few weeks. Because again, we're looking just on the 4 hour here. I'm gonna talk about chart technicals first, then I'll get into the use case, utility, stuff like that. Because I want to show you guys NKI's chart. As many people, I talk about NKI all the time. NKI's been going nuts. But chart-wise, this is exactly what happens to many of the top projects. So we see the project launch, and then what happens? Over, the next few days, few weeks, it continues to dump. Eventually, it finds a bottom. That's going to be the entry. So this is what I'm talking about when I say this is not a buy signal yet, because this could be happening for this project. Right now, it looks like we're sitting like right here, and this could continue down at least for another few weeks. So again, wanted to point that out before I even start talking about it. So with SHU, let's get into the website. Yeah, let's try. Even on the 4 hour, it just hasn't done anything yet. It's just been trending down a little bit. So Shutter Network, the website is shutter.network. So, like I said, when it comes to the utility, what this is preventing front-running and malicious MEV on Ethereum. So if you aren't familiar with like MEV bots or anything like that, what happens is it happens because Ethereum has heavy gas fees and prices. So when it comes to any sort of trades, when you're taking a trade, and say if you guys are familiar with slippage, when you take a trade, when you go to buy, say, a coin, if you're about to buy this coin right here, there's these bots. A lot of times what they will do is they're automated bots that they will sneak in a transaction right before your transaction. Once you hit send to get your transaction to go through versus when it actually hits the market, there's a span of time. And what these MEV bots do is based on the size of the transaction, and the movement of the chart, these MEV bots can profit off of, let's say if you bought a huge chunk of the supply of a token, like let's say you bought $1 million of this coin right now. And the reason why I say that is because that would move the price very significantly, right? So if you bought at 26 cents, you bought $1 million, it went up to 30 cents. So just from that one buy, this token is going to go up, let's say 10 to 12%. So what an MEV bot is going to do is it's going to basically snipe your transaction and front run it. So it's going to make a transaction before yours goes through. It's going to buy right here. Then once yours goes through, the price of the coin will go up, say 10%. And then the MEV bot, after it's gone up 10%, will then sell the exact same transaction right after yours. So basically the bot is an auto bot that watches for large transactions or heavy price movements, and it basically takes advantage of heavy price swings and very volatile assets. But when it comes to Shutter Network, that is mainly what they're trying to do, is they want to stop these bots from actually being able to do that. And it's super interesting because I personally have not even seen a project that would even do this. And again, I do not have like the greatest explanation of these MEV bots. I feel like I do understand it, but when I try to explain it, it does get a little confusing. So MEV is the revenue the block explorer can extract via front running, injecting, reordering, or censoring transactions. MEV extracted in 2020 alone was worth more than 300 million. That's crazy. And this is talking about kind of how they do it, what they do. Kind of interesting here. I was just say and roll up as a service, which is interesting because the reason why I think this can be such a huge project too long term is because this project, the way that they operate, they can actually partner with, I don't know specifically if it's, other liquidity pools or something like that. They can implement what they're doing to these pools to actually assist with MEV protection. Again, I could be a little bit off on this. Do not quote me on it, but just the general gist of what I've got out of this looking into it. It's bottom line, they offer as a service MEV protection, and I think it really is a multi-billion-dollar utility, in my opinion. Because like I said, the front-running transactions, a lot of times it can kind of screw people up as far as when they're making transactions. They can lose money based on these bots just front-running them too, That's why it's like honestly so important, and a lot of people don't even realize that this is even, a thing in crypto. But again, as far as a use case, this is a top tier use case, and I really would like to see, I guess, dive deeper into really how this would work. There's also some new info too that I've seen. So I think yes, my bad. There's one. I think they did partner with a massive project recently. So let me see. Because if not, I want to make sure. I don't want to say one thing and it actually doesn't even do that. But yeah, anyways, I'm pretty sure. I know I should have this prepared. I'm sorry, guys. But what I do know is, their team is pretty stacked as well. And I did see a blog post somewhere. I'm trying to see if I can find that there's actually a tie to some of the OLAS team or Auto NOLAS, which is pretty interesting. And like I said, what I thought I saw somewhere, and don't quote me on it, is that they did partner with AltLayer, which if you guys are familiar, AltLayer is a massive project right now. I was gonna say let's go through Twitter too, because the sentiment's very strong also on this project. Let me see here. Yeah, I mean, people are claiming that there is a partnership. I just want to see where a document or something like that is. But bottom line, it's definitely an interesting one. One to have on your radar. Again, please do a little bit more research on this. Just check it out. And again, this is not a full load buy signal, guys. Even though it looks like it's actually about to go up a little bit. I think this does have a good amount of downside imminent over the next few days, next few weeks. But this is definitely one to watch. This use case is massive. And again, it seems like they're fully diluted is massive in comparison to the market cap. But again, I think the utility is just crazy in my opinion. Definitely, this is something that really crypto needs, especially on Ethereum. So bottom line, that's what I got for you guys. Just wanted to bring this up because this is definitely an interesting one just to have on everyone's radar. And from there, I will keep you guys in the loop. So I appreciate you listening, appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.